want to start out by saying, how is this possible? I know I'm not the only one, and yeah, I'm stressed out, and that's why I got this beard. So I'm just curious, who else is feeling the impact of Sallie Mae and your student loans? I went to college 2003. I went and got my 4-year degree, and then got out of school, was working for about a year, and then decided I wanted to become a teacher, do good for society and give back to the next generation. Well, went and got my master's and thought, hey, a teaching degree is going to be, there's going to be a high demand for it, so why not? Got my master's, was teaching for about a year and a half. Oh, by the way, Sallie Mae in the back of my, my back pocket, every single time I get a paycheck, my whole entire paycheck goes to paying my student loans. And don't give me the argument of, oh, well, you took out the loan, so now you got to be responsible for it. Yeah, I was 18 years old. You know what? I decided I wanted to go to college. Why is that a bad thing? So, and not everybody has the same opportunities as other people do. So I've always heard that argument of you were responsible enough to take out the loans, and so now you got to pay it back. Well, when I went to college in 2003, no one thought that jobs were going to be few and far between. So now that I'm out of college, and I'm not the only person, we're struggling finding jobs. And the saying goes that if you have the opportunities, then more opportunities come your way. But if you don't have the opportunities, you got to work your way up, and you got to struggle just to even have the same opportunities as other people do. So just got my student loan statement for this month, $1,700. Ridiculous. I'm accruing more interest than this is just ridiculous. And like I said, I know I'm not the only person who's in this boat. If you have any stories, if you just want to vent, if you want to just let other people know in what situation you're in, I just want this to be an open forum. I want this to be a place where people can just say how they feel about Sallie Mae. Maybe not even Sallie Mae, just your student loans in general. And I know people are going to be hating on people who have the student loans, but you know what, so be it. The people who have the student loans and are in this debt, in this stress, you know what I'm talking about. And just seriously, feel free to comment, leave me a video, let me know how you guys feel, because this just has to come to an end. This should be illegal. It's ridiculous how, student loans in general are ridiculous. I know that Obama is trying to work his magic to try to help out the student loan deficit, the debt that's been incurred, but I'll tell you what, federal loans are one thing, private loans are a completely different entity, and as it stands right now, you can do whatever you want with the federal loans, but what about us people with private loans? Some people didn't have the opportunity to get federal loans when they were going to college. They had to do private loans, and you don't want to not go to college or not have the opportunity to go to post-secondary option, but if you got to take out a private loan, you got to take out a private loan. But like I said, the interest that's accruing on our loans, the payments that we're requiring to do, and that's another thing too. When I call Sallie Mae, because I have some federal loans, when I talk to them about my federal loans, everything's fine and dandy. They're willing to put me on deferment, forbearance, they're willing to work with me. But when it comes to a private loan, nope, it's their money, they demand it, or else, you got people knocking at your door, you got people calling your phone, and it's almost like and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt in the sense that, it's their money. You did take out the money, but there has to be some leeway. I mean, $1,700 a month, which I'm being required to pay, that's ridiculous. I have friends who graduated college with far less debt than me, and I look at their student loan payment and I just laugh because they're acting as if it's a struggle for them to pay that amount. But then I look at my student loan payment and I just think to myself, you have no idea. So, that's my little rant. I'm going to be posting more videos, talking about it more, but I just want to hear more of your guys' input, your stories, comments. I know people are going to bitch and complain and say, oh, you took out the loans. Like I said, I've heard that argument before, so if that's what you want to say, that's what you want to say, but I'm more looking forward to the people who have their own Sallie Mae stories, their horror stories, just anything in general. Leave comments, post videos, share this video. You know, I'm going to be building up this channel as much as I can. I just want to bring attention to private loans, because when people say student loans, they really need to divide it out into two categories, federal and private loans, because right now the opportunities are there for federal loans. I mean, even me as a teacher, you know, the loan forgiveness, if you teach in a low income school, for example, or alternative ed, or you go teach for America, or yada yada yada, you know, those opportunities are there for federal loans. They're not here for private loans. Even consolidation, people say, oh, you know, why don't you just consolidate your loans? No bank. Wells Fargo does it. Last time I checked, they did it up to like $90,000, but no bank wants to take that risk, and so nobody's going to want to consolidate your loans. And as of right now, only federal loans are you can consolidate for. But for the people, I mean, right now, I'll just throw it out there that I'm well over that $100,000 mark for my student loans. And I mean, at this point, some of my loans that I took out, I've actually accrued more interest than the loans themselves were when I took them out. And I can't reduce the interest rate because they're private loans. You know, there's so many other loan opportunities that I could take if there were federal loans to lower my interest rate, work out a payment plan. But once again, because they're private loans, I don't have that flexibility. If you don't believe me, take out a private loan from Sallie Mae, try calling them up and try to work with them. I'll tell you what, you probably won't get the same respect that you would if you had a federal loan. So leave me comments, let me know what you think, and I look forward to it. All right, later.